Welcome back to another episode of Creative Lens. I'm your host, Uncle Dyce, aka Lumeo. And today's guest is, wow, it's him. You know, when you say it's him, he's the guy. VFX specialist, super editor, illustrator, animator, creative at heart, a young man whose work most of you have seen. He's the guy behind the scenes. I'm happy to introduce you to our special guest today, Lumeo Edits. How you doing, my brother?
Thank you so much. I really appreciate being on the show, Pella. And yeah, let's get it.
Let's go. Wow, man. Today's a hot day, summer. How's summer been for you?
Yeah, damn. Yesterday was super hot. It was like 38 degrees yesterday. So, I was in my room just trying to breathe, and I went outside. And outside, I also couldn't breathe. So there was really no place for me to go except for me to get locked in. So I put on my headphones, played some techno, some dubstep.
Are you a dubstep guy?
I love electronic music, like EXO, Knock 2, Jewels. Yeah.
A lot of those.
Yes.
And how was December?
December, yeah, for the past like 5 months, it's been super busy, just trying to get as much done as possible, to the highest possible quality side. I think I cut so much of this.
Because your work really requires you to work at the highest level anyway, right? Because you are the attention to detail guy.
I mean, I just try my best every time to make some cool shit, you know, like if I'm watching a video,
yeah,
I want to see something that's like that makes me go like, damn, that was a really cool video. And I know, like, maybe when I say it out loud, that sounds a bit simple, like sounds a bit but it's true though, you know. It's like, I think like when you're a kid, you listen to a song, you watch a video, you know, something sparks in your imagination. Like, anything is possible. Like, that moment, you know,
it's the moment you need.
Yeah, creating a continuation of that moment. I think that's what the whole aim is, like, in this craft. It's like trying. Shit, I had something going there, right? I had something going there.
No, don't worry about it.
You know what I mean? You know
yeah, but I not do. So I take it you watch a lot of videos.
I love YouTube. I think lately I've just been.
What you watching lately? What's the one video that has got you to say, "Wow, that's a cool video"? Yes, outside the work you're working on, but what have you looked at, or what have you seen of late that has really made you go, "Wow, that's some dope shit"?
You know, there was this video with Ellie Goulding. It had like this cool. Like, her face kind of like separates, and then there's like these molecular structures that are like forming and like bridging between, like, how it goes on, like all that kind of vibe. I think that's super sick. And then just in general, like, I mean, every single day when I'm on Instagram, I probably like scroll past like 2,000, 3,000 posts, you know, like just casually, and then there's always something that catches my eye.
So when you're on Instagram, do you use that as a base to research, or
100%,
or you're just there to see how things work? What's your process like when you start? Maybe let's start there. How did all this start? At what point did you know you wanted to do the work that you're doing right now?
When I was 10, in 2009, the movie Avatar came out, and as soon as I saw that, I was with my dad, my mom, my sister in the theater, and I saw that, and I was like, damn. Like, damn. And this is what I was wanting to do, you know, like, it's just so good. Like, so good. I think that's where it started.
So is that where the interest went? And then, so from there, were you drawing at the stage? Like, were you a sports kid, or it was just that effort, I want to do that?
I mean, I've always drawn, like, from a young age. But after I watched Avatar, I made this film with my friends. It was a terrible short film. It was called Space Nerds, kind of like a ripoff of Star Wars. So bad. Like I tried to watch it the other day, I just couldn't. Like it's absolutely.
It couldn't have been that bad.
No, it really was. It'll never
But
be
look
revealed
how
to the
far.
public.
Look how far you've come from, though.
That is true.
Like,
That is true.
look how far you've come from making that movie. So, as you started to tell yourself that you wanted to do this, right? You said about 3 years ago you had an aha moment. Maybe let's just go back there. What was your aha moment at the time?
Yeah. So, I've been 3 years sober now.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I've been out, actually a little bit more than 3 years, but been out about a year and 8 months. I spent about a year and a half in rehab, which was the most difficult time of my life. And yeah, the aha moment happened when I was in rehab, when I had to really think about my life as it had been and what I wanted to do going forward. So, I just thought, like, in rehab, there was a lot of time where you were just kind of allowed to sit and think. There was also a lot of farm work, which sucked. But in my thinking time, I thought what was most important to me, one is family and friends and spending time with those I care about. And then two, it's just making like really cool shit. So whether that is like videos or if it's music or even there's kind of like an art to conversation, like this right here, right?
Nice.
Ideas. Ideas have the power to change the world. So I think as long as you're speaking from your heart, then anything's possible, right? I guess that's just a bit.
Okay, so at this time when you came out of rehab, at this time, what were your starting grounds? Did you like come out and say, okay, cool, let me go onto YouTube? How did you navigate that space to start creating?
In 2018, 2019, 2020, I was doing visuals for people and doing animation and visual effects, but I just decided to really deep dive into it now. As soon as I got out, I just went into making music, and I love making music, but really currently the visual effects and animation, that's where the money's at. So I'm just focused on that and kind of putting the music aside for a bit. But I was making animations for my music. So that way I could both promote my professional work and work on my hobby, which is making music. Like technically it is a hobby now. As much as I'd love to,
I know
like
what you
headline
mean.
Coachella.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So do you remember your first piece of work that got you going like, damn, client is happy and I did that?
I can't remember the first piece of work that I was like, oh, damn, but I really can't say because I had to sign an NDA.
Okay. So was it like a fashion client, a sports client in that world?
It was a music video artist with a certain label behind them.
Okay, cool. So that is done, and after that, how did you get the next piece of work from there?
It's always been kind of crazy because I haven't really gone to ask anyone for work. It's always kind of come to me. So my approach to this is just making the coolest thing that I can possibly make at all times. And in times where I haven't had like people reach out to me for video, then that's fine. I mean, I actually kind of enjoyed that in a sense, because then I can work on my own personal projects and then really learn as much as I can about like the most cutting edge things I can possibly pull off.
Okay.
And integrate that into my videos, and then potential client sees that, and then they reach out to me, and then take it from there.
So you're speaking about personal projects. What you working on now?
Well, the thing is, it's been so like I've been working on so many client projects, so it's really been I can only work on my personal project that I'm working on, which is a music video, and it looks so sick. It's like, oh my god!
I can't wait
but
to
I can
see
only
it.
work on it like a day or 2 days every week or two.
Oh yeah, I hear
Or
you.
even every 3 weeks now. It's been hectic, but like the concept for it is so strong. And just going back to like concepts and things, I think someone I've learned so much from, one, Royd.
Shout out to Royd. Shout out to Christian.
Shout out to Royd. Shout out to Christian. Shout out to Lonel. Like, the three great directors I've worked with in Cape Town. And yeah, you know, just kind of assessing how they approach pre-planning, really getting the concept down.
Yeah.
Which in the past I've really been kind of like, oh, this looks sick, I'm just gonna make a scene that looks cool, then build a video from there. But you know, a lot of it is kind of internal.
Yeah.
Like, if you can, like, there's a quote by Nikola Tesla, like, if you can see it clearly in your mind, then you can hold it in your hand.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like, I could see, like, a planet, but I can't really hold it. So it doesn't necessarily, like, apply to everything, but I think it applies to many things. Like, the like, a metaphorical analogy is true, like, across the board for many things. So that's
like,
cool.
Use that.
But yeah, Royd, Christian, Lionel,
yeah, and
amazing people.
Like, we had Royd on the show, and we also had Christian. The Christian was our first guest of the show, man. And you know, Christian really speaks highly of you. I was like, yo, I have to have you in because how your mind works. So I was like, what? So shout out to Christian once again, man.
Shout out to Christian.
Yeah, man. And I see that you also recently worked on the clip drift and the Brock Boys.
Oh, yes. That was fantastic. Actually, like, going back to the clip drift thing, with Christian, the way he approached that was so fantastic. On his wall, he had a whole bunch of sticky notes, and they're all related. So he wrote out every shot, and you know how it would flow. And yeah, I've been doing the same thing. I have like my sticky note wall now, so that's been fantastic.
Yeah, I mean,
thank you, Christian.
And I love his credit. Like, yeah, I really love that. And I was like, he makes it so simple. So then, when you working through the sticky notes, is this where you sort of like are cutting the scenes? What you doing at this time when the sticky notes are happening at this time when you're working on that particular project?
Well, yeah, with the clip drift one, Christian, he made a fantastic visual diagram. So he would have a drawing of the table, perhaps, and a drawing of the soccer ball, and then he would have a drawing of the tug of war scene and just how it would be shot, and came to me to discuss how we do the visual effects. So we planned the visual effects around his initial vision for the shots, and then yeah, on shoot day we followed it pretty damn closely, I'd say, if you look at the initial diagrams and the actual shots. So I think that's fantastic.
No, very much
very well.
So if you just tell us a bit more about your visual effects, your process when you're creating those. Tell me from the whole ad, which is amazing.
Thank you.
Which particular effect did you really enjoy doing?
Particular effect yes, of course, the fire one. The fire was so cool. I had quite an interesting approach to that. So creating isolated creating 3D files, so you can like turn around from like any angle, and then isolating a single like 3D frame, if you will, of the VDB animation. It's like a volumetric animation. So if you have like smoke or fire or liquid or whatever, it would be a volume that you could view from any angle. So that was quite a trick, just getting like a still a frame of that, because I had to like simulate out the whole thing. So just getting like, it's not even a mesh, because it's so tricky to explain.
Like, oh wow, okay.
It was very cool though. Like I think that was really cool. There were a couple of technical things that I had to do to make sure that the fire looked like it was frozen in time, basically.
Yeah,
that's the gist of it.
So I mean, when you're working on VFX elements, what's your go-to tool for that? What's the holy grail for that, for VFX? Where do you really start?
I mean, there's so many great tools. There's Blender, there's After Effects. Premiere is great for cutting. But really, I'd say you can do a lot in Blender and After Effects. And then there are so many third-party like AI tools that can really help. Like, I think this is a great sort of a topic of discussion, is AI integration versus just flat out AI generated content.
Yeah, let's go there. Let's go there. Like, what's your take, AI versus the machine AI versus others, I guess.
So, everyone's seen those videos on Instagram that are completely generated by AI. Like it's just someone put in a prompt, and you can get very good at that. And I think that's a craft in and of itself, and that's perfect. But I think the future, like especially for this year and next year, will be intelligently like integrating AI generated content or particular assets or elements within a scene, whether it be like in animation or in filmmaking. One thing that's very useful that a lot of filmmakers are adopting is set extension. So that would be like, say I take and I'm sure you've seen the videos on Instagram. So you take a photo of like this whole area, then you plug it into an AI and you just say extend the whole area. And since this is still right now, then you could have it like infinitely zoom out or like infinitely zoom in.
I've
Even
seen
like
those.
cropping,
Yeah.
like say something quite quite small, like say like an eye, and say if the camera were to come in and zoom right into the eye, it'd be very low resolution. But then you could upscale that and then infinitely zoom in more. It's quite a bit of work, but I think this is a very practical application of how AI will be integrated, and probably will be integrated this way across like many different like styles of videos. You'll see a lot more of that happening. But I do think the one thing, especially in animation, is AI generated models. So characters and assets and all those kinds of things. A lot more of that will be happening. AI rigging, so applying motion to characters. But I think really where like an intuitive creativity around what we need to get back to is the core concept, whatever we're trying to do. And this is why pen and paper, I don't think pen and paper will ever be replaced, because if you have a clear thought in your mind, then you write down like you can see what's in your mind, and then you can feed literally just a drawing into an AI, and then it will render out some variations of that initial concept. But I think heavily relying on just AI or expecting it to solve everything, there is a place for that. And I think in sort of systems, like you hear like AI agents, that can handle workflows, like send out emails, like for like a systematic tasks that are multi-layered, and like the things that you wouldn't necessarily want to do.
So AI makes that a little bit easier.
AI will be definitely delegated to that, but I think there's I know I'm going on a bit long here, but I think there is an inherent part of us that sees, okay, like a human put effort into this, therefore I'll like it more. Like initially when AI came out, everyone was like, holy shit, even me, I was like, wow, this is crazy, this is amazing. But now it's become so oversaturated, so really there's a lot of space in the market in so many different domains, not just filmmaking or animation or music. Like music has also kind of been infiltrated in a sense with AI, but also the possibilities are so much more now because you can literally do anything. So I think that going back to this thing of cleverly integrating AI applications tools into your workflow, whatever it is, doesn't matter what you do, that will be essential to
speed up the process,
to speed up the process, to expedite things, and to create exponential growth. That's ultimately that is the great thing about AI. It's like it's exponential. The amount that we can do now, like versus literally just 3 years ago. It's crazy.
I know, right?
4 years ago.
No, it's crazy how even now some tasks that I do or some tools that I'm using, just how AI has shortened those little tasks, right? Something that was like a 4-hour task is now just 15 minutes later and it's done. Almost making research, making humans lazy on research. Wow. And speaking of research, when you get a brief, a VFX brief, for example, or animation brief, whichever way it is, how do you unpack that when you are working with artists? Do you like just come up with yourself, or there's already a direction that's predetermined that you need to go this way? So what's your approach when you get usually a brief?
I think generally speaking, the bigger the artist or the bigger the company, they'll have a director or at least a strong concept. You know, if to create the thing as a sole proprietor or just as myself. So they'd have a pretty strong idea of where they're going, and I'll just pitch. Like I'd see, okay, this is the idea, and then I would just think of ways that I think it would be better. And they say the client is always right, and this is why I think it's great to implant ideas into your clients' heads to make it think like it's their idea. Because what I'm saying is like, I have just one goal: to make the absolute best videos on earth, like the best visual effects on earth. Like that is the goal. That is the goal, and I think that is what the client is paying for, right?
Wow.
So, if, yeah, like it to do that, and I think this is something that I commonly see. It's like you see things that work well.
Yeah.
You know, say there's like a VFX trend.
Yeah,
or like some cool thing you see just in filmmaking or story-wise, it could be anything. But if in this example, say you see like a really cool visual effect, a lot of people will just want to kind of replicate this. And I do think there is space for that, but I think to replicate and expand on something that already exists is better than just replicating it. If you're just replicating it, then you're not really adding anything new.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. Yeah. And when you are working, I mean, you said you're a big techno fan and electronic music fan. When you're working, electronic music is kind of answers the way like where I'm going with it. But when you were working on Uncle Waffles' work, for example, how was that?
I loved it. It was so fantastic being on set.
Okay. So are you on set when? How does your world work? So you have to be on set, I take it.
I think generally I'd prefer to be on set. Just when it comes to how certain things are shot.
Okay.
I think 80% of the time I'd need to be on set. It's just better though, because like I can see, like the reason is I go on set and I see how everything is shot.
Set up, yeah.
If something is shot incorrectly, and I have to do a lot of manual work, basically just fixing shots that weren't shot correctly, then that's taking up a lot of my time, which means I'd have to charge more. So it'd be, and I want to get a lot of things done.
Yeah.
So it just makes sense me being on set
and just
make sure everything goes well, make sure all the shots are good, so that I don't spend too much time on cleanup.
Okay. And are you a more music video person, or you're more of an advert person?
I would say I just like cool shots. I mean, even on Instagram, like I'd watch a video for maybe like 10 seconds or 15 seconds, and then I skip to the next one, right? It's only if there's something that really grips me will I maybe watch for more than a minute. So, if anyone can watch anything I make for more than a minute, then I think I've done a really good job. Because my attention span is shot. It is literally
so you need to hit immediately.
Yeah, if something doesn't interest me in the first like half a second or 0.2 seconds, then I scroll. And I don't think there's any need for anyone to be lying about this. And I see this a lot. Like, a lot of the filmmakers, I think up and coming filmmakers, they'll focus on creating something that is like narrative strong, or has a strong story. I think that's cool, but to really draw attention into that, like everything has to be so good. Like the lighting, the composition of the shot, the actors, firstly, and you also have to be in a certain kind of vibe. Like when you're watching a feature movie, you make time for that. You say, I'm going to make time for that. Nowadays, with most of the videos on your phone being like 10 to 15 seconds, that is what you get. Like nowadays, you make time to watch a 5-minute, 10-minute YouTube video. It's literally the truth. So what I like shots. Like a really cool shot. And, it's kind of going into this a little bit deeper.
Yeah, let's go in deeper. Go in.
Let's go.
Let's go deeper.
What I do love, and I think what really draws my attention is it can be a long shot, like a 20-second to 30-second, maybe even a 40-second shot.
Yeah.
But as long as the shot is dynamic. So if it's like there's a lot of movement. There's some like cool elements, cool animation. You know, there's like this kind of fluid movement. Like say here's a camera, then it'd be like
Or into the glass itself.
you know, doing some crazy things like still shots. If I look at a still shot, unless it's, I don't know, absolutely amazing, then I probably won't look for more than 5 seconds. Right? I don't think anyone could possibly disagree.
So is that why, you know, like I was watching this guy, what's his name, man? He does a lot of reviews online. Something Brown, I don't know, but he reviews. Market, I don't know. Yes, I think it's him. He's got this camera. It's automated, which it shoots. I'm not sure, like it was like a robot. It shoots a product, and I was like, but what it does? Because he was holding a phone, and he kind of just shot that just to showcase what this camera system does. I was just like, I was blown, and I now kind of like get it. Yes, that's the guy. Yes, that's Marcus Brandy. Yes, oh man, he's crazy with it. Like. He's crazy with the reviews, man.
And I think also, you know, for just a little side quest here, like with that kind of content, it is so engaging because I mean, when you want to say you want to buy like a camera gear or for me, so something I always need is more storage.
Yeah.
You know, so a more hard drive space. You'd want to see product reviews. You know, so having a niche kind of field where you can really go deep in. I think it's really great to
that kind of art, and I was I got a chance to watch, and I was stalking your page earlier on, and
thank you.
Turn Up Baby.
Oh, let's go.
Tell us more about
Turn Up Baby. Okay, I'm amped now.
Yeah, tell us more about Turn Up Baby. What is Turn Up Baby?
Turn Up Baby. Turn Up Baby was the first music video I put out after I got out of rehab. I spent about 2 months on that one, I think, somewhere around there. And yeah, it's a music video for my song that goes Turn Up Baby.
Yeah.
Turn Up Baby.
Oh wow! So you did that yourself?
Yeah, I made the song and the video.
Wow.
And yeah, I think it was just an overall vibe. For that one, the focus on that from a technical point of view was getting better at cloth simulations, so like clothes move on the alien figure in the video, alien character. So yeah, I think it was a lot of fun. I love making that one. Yeah, that was a vibe.
Blue Skies.
Blue Skies, yes.
Let's talk about Blue Skies.
Blue Skies, my friend, up and coming rapper. A very cool guy. He's got a lot of energy, and
how was that?
Yeah, no, it was awesome. Well, we all got together, myself, him, and a couple of his friends, and we shot a quick video by the skate park and around that area. And yeah, for that video. Integrated some AI generated stock footage. I think here's like a good like way, you know, to basically it's a very like hard song.
Yeah.
Who said is the song's name, and I think that went very well with it. Like a lot of the video being in black and white, and then like this red orange color to really add some drama, some fire to the overall vision of it. And yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. I had a great time.
Oh wow, man! And what was did you mood board that?
I just went and shot it. Honestly, kind of figured out everything later.
Oh wow, internet girl.
Internet. Thank you, Roy. Thank you, Roy. Right. Yeah.
How was that? How was that experience? Great work.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Roy is the best. He pushed me to get like the best out of me. And yeah, no, I had loads of fun on that. A lot of sleepless nights.
But look at the project, man. Look how dope that project. You guys made
That was crazy, yeah.
the best song of 2024, the best music video of
Thank you so
2024,
much.
man. That's that.
I mean, there's so many amazing people involved in
Yeah.
that music video. I'm just so grateful to have been a part of it. Yeah.
That and so through that project, once that was done, how were you feeling? Because sometimes it's hard when you're always working on something, right? Because you probably saw the video a million times. Most likely, you saw the video because edits.
Saw it a couple times.
Yeah.
But every time I saw it, I was like, damn, okay, this is good. This is good.
Oh wow! So how was that? Yeah,
Royd is a phenomenal editor and a phenomenal director, of course. But just like his approach, I've adopted many things that like Royd has told me. I'm kind of just like been kind of like China. It's like it's still in his sort of methodology, but he looks at everything really in like very logical, straightforward way.
Yeah.
But also like creatively, it's very like rare that you find people like that who can think like very straightforward, but also like extremely creatively. So yeah, I admire that a lot.
Oh wow, man! That's just super crazy. And how are you like on a daily? How are you feeding yourself from a point of training? Are you YouTubing, research? What's your day? What's a day like for you as a VFX guy? I mean, what's the thing that really sparks your interest? I mean, outside working on projects, obviously. So when you're not doing that, are you researching? Are you reading? How are you upskilling yourself?
Every new project, I kind of try to think, okay, what is the goal here? The goal would be, say, let's create a hypothetical project right now. Okay, I want you to imagine this with me.
Okay.
Now, there's a giant squid. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
It is falling from the sky.
Okay.
Is landing on the city. You know?
Yeah.
Simple idea. There's a lot of things that would need to go into that for me to sell that shot realistically. So the first thing would be to 3D model giant squid. I might use some like AI to create some like concept visualizations for me.
Okay.
And that would just speed up like the process.
So AI in
And
this
I would,
case,
like,
is it
model-
Mid-Journey?
I just use free stuff.
Okay.
Well, for the most part, except sometimes I use some paid things. But it would basically, my approach would be, the client says, okay, we want to create like this series of shots. Then I would say, okay, well, what are the steps that I would need to take to create this? Right, just break down every element by element, and then where it gets a bit complicated is with the interactions, like the physical interactions between different elements. Like one thing on the Uncle Waffles video had like 4 million rain particles falling, and that was a lot for my computer to simulate. My computer was like, why? But yeah, just had to push through it because that was a vision the client had, so I just had to
bring it to life.
Do my best to bring it to life. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Oh wow, that's I mean, that's actually great. And Clip Drift, going back to Clip Drift, how was that project for you? Because now you're coming from working on all this dope work. You're coming from a place where you've been doing all this great work with. So for you, your practice ground has been really going good. Was it easier for you to work on that based on the fact that you've been cooking a bit, or every project, it's a new direction, new task, you push yourself to learn something new?
Well, definitely something I learned with the Clip Drift is I hate wire removal. Like that is hectic. Like they have the board with wires, and it's like manually removing that in post. Editing, like that is quite tricky. So I learned that I don't like doing wire removal, and I also learned a way to do it. But I think in general it can be a bit tricky. But perhaps there's just a very obvious solution that I haven't seen, and I think that's usually the case with a lot of things, right?
Yeah, it's someone has solved it somewhere, somehow.
Yeah. There's always a solution. I'm a solutionist. There's always a solution.
Okay, and Meltron X, tell us more about that.
Hey, Yeah, oh, what, bro? You doing the deep dive research.
I saw your visuals change from your music, right? And I'm seeing that you're also pushing yourself to do something different from the last project.
Yes.
Was that very intentional? Because you almost moved away from what you were doing before completely.
Well, 100%. Like, I think it's really, or where I'm at now is I'm just trying to make, just trying to do as many things from a technical point of view. So when like a client or a potential client sees my work, then they can say, okay, you can do this and this and this and this. So when I do something that requires a different set of skills within 3D or within visual effects, then I'll also come along with a different concept to kind of bring those things to life. Like with the Turnip Baby, it was the claw simulation with Miltron X's using Gaussian splatting, and it's like crazy camera angle moves, and also like that strobe light kind of vibe. Yeah, all to promote my songs.
Wow.
Still have a while to go, but
Yeah, because the work is amazing.
Thank you.
So throughout this time, are you on YouTube researching how to use the applications that you use?
I probably watch like 10 to 15 tutorials a day, and I always just skip to the good parts. I always just skip to the way they're actually showing me what to do, you know? Because I don't have time to watch like a 8-minute, 10-minute tutorial. I just like, you know, like on YouTube when it says like most replayed,
Yeah.
and there'll be like a bunch of different points.
Yes.
I'll be like, okay, here and here.
I'm guilty of that too. I want the solution almost like immediately.
Must be.
And just to go back just a bit more, are you editing on a MacBook, or you are all Windows based?
Pro Windows.
What?
I love Windows, yeah.
No, it's crazy because you're one of the few I know who actually do that. Wow. And okay, wow. You know, I've never used a Windows machine in a minute.
Crazy.
Yo, man.
There's just some, in my opinion, the thing is like with like going the Apple route. You know, it's basic. There's a whole ecology kind of around it. Like you have your iPhone, you have your MacBook, iPad, whatever, AirDrop. Everything is linked in the system. You know, kind of Android and Windows. I think it just makes more sense to me. Plus, it's way cheaper.
I know,
like way cheaper, and you can get way more bang for your buck.
Yeah, like, and then and even like the cracks, you got more cracks for Windows machine, for applications, etc. But again, at the end of the day, who cares? Because at the end of the day, it's the work that is being done on that body, which is crazy amazing. And is it Black Hippie?
Black Hippie, yes. Shout out to my boy here.
Tell me more about that. How was working on that project?
Well, yeah, actually, I met Black Hippie through Blue Skies. I met Blue Skies through my friend Olivia, and they all went to ASC. She's a music production school, and just made a visualizer for Black Hippie's song Evil Ways a couple months ago last year, and then did another one for him with the No Diddy track, and that was a lot of fun. It was shot by Tito, and he did a great job just getting a whole bunch of 3D scans because he's in Grahamstown, and he sent all those to me. And integrated some crazy things like his basketball theme.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun.
And I was looking at your post, when life gives you burgers.
Sorry?
When life gives you burgers. So I think for those who
make
put out
burgernade.
burgernade. I love that.
Thank you.
And I love your whiskey. The whiskey, there's that part.
Oh yeah. Working with Sean. That was fantastic. I can't wait to work with him again.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's actually crazy.
That was AI. That was AI plus liquid simulation. So there was a part where it was like 3D fluid simulation, and then running that basic flow of like the mesh. So if you think, like in a viewport render with animation, you kind of just see like a very plain sort of like geometry move. Fed that into AI, like video to video AI model on Runway, and then that's how I got that result.
And one of my favorites was the skateboard. Was it the Friends of Bash video? Was that it?
It was an archive, yeah.
Archive. It was archive, yeah.
That was with Christian again.
Yeah. Tell me, I love that. Tell me more about that.
Wow. Well, yeah. Christian sent through 2 fantastic examples, references, with the same effect. This guy flips up, and he's still in the air on a skateboard, and I thought that was super cool. It was quite a challenging shot, but yeah, that was a lot of fun. So on the day, had this skateboarder Bleed, shout out Bleed. I can't remember. Holy shit.
Oh wow,
Damn,
shout out to Bleed. He is a skateboarder.
Oh, you know Bleed?
Yeah, I know him as a lighting assistant.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because he was lighting assistant. He was working with was it Uncle Dyce, the photographer who shot for Markham's for campaign that we gave him. He was there. That's how I met him, and that's when I found out that he's a skater.
Oh wow.
Oh wow! Okay. No, that's crazy interesting. So, is there anything in the particular in last year that you looked at and say that you can go back and say that was something that you really enjoyed doing from a skill set perspective? That is.
It must be the internet girl one with Royd. Yeah, I think just the amount that I learned in such a short space of time from Royd, it must be that from last year. But it's hard to say. I mean, I was busy last year. Dang.
Yeah.
But then also working on the Uncle Waffles video, that was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. That I mean, because you're on set also, right? But
Yeah,
but
that
it
was
must be so
fantastic.
cool because when you're on set, I mean, for you can you're not really rushing or anything. Just looking behind the screen and you just be like, yeah, that's cool.
Now I was stressed on set. Like we were
Really?
a bit behind schedule at the end.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I always most of the time I'm running around doing something. But you know what is so amazing about being on set?
Yeah.
It's like all the connections, all the people you speak to.
Yeah, that's the nice thing.
I think for any up and coming filmmakers or anyone who just wants to get into it,
It just comes together.
yeah, just even just go be on set, get a connection.
Yeah.
No, literally just stand there, see everything operating, and then kind of be like a hawk. Where you see someone like that's like
Shadowing is
free,
important, eh?
So someone who's doing something, they kind of go have a smoke, and you'd be like, I don't know, just charm them up, and then be like, hey, well, let's Instagram.
And that's it.
Take it from there. There's the world is full of opportunities.
Yeah, it is.
There's no time like right now. Like right now is the moment. Right now is
It's the
time where everything changes. I know Trump says the golden age of America and all this, but we really are living in a technological golden age. Just the amount of innovation, the amount of things that are changing. Also in culture.
Yeah.
I don't know what everyone thinks when they watch the news, but just go outside, speak to people. We live in a great time.
Yeah, we do.
People are so connected. People are so kind. It's just a mindset shift. So when you see that, it's like you can't unsee it.
Look how I found you.
See how beautiful the world is.
Look how I found you. Online, right?
Right,
We're so connected.
Yeah.
Because I was in Christian's videos, Christian, who's that guy there who's editing these dope videos? But to your point, the world is so connected. Speaking of connection in the world, are you a big tech guy or you disconnect a lot? What kind of person would you say you are? Are you a guy who wants to know how things work, or you are like, I've done my part, I've engaged with technology, for the next 3 days I'm offline?
I think it depends. I'm very goal driven. So if I'm going to be learning about something, there has to be some sort of short-term, medium-term, or even long-term goal. I'm not gonna delve deeply into something if I don't feel like I'll use it in a practical way. Going back just on like the tech thing, I guess the most techie thing I did, it must have been like 4 years ago now that I made this game. So I just learned to code called Dumpling Go.
Wow.
And that was a challenge. But see, at that time, I was using my drug of choice. Do not do drugs, kids. I was using Ritalin. That was what I was addicted to, you know? And that is so bad because it's a slow killer. You won't notice for the first year or two, and then I crashed for 6 months when I was in rehab. It was super bad. But yeah, from a technical perspective, like going into coding, doing all that, that was a lot of fun. Most of it was node based, by the way. Just it's not like hardcore coding, more like programming.
Yeah.
But there was some like C++ elements.
C++. I haven't had C++ in a minute.
Yeah, but this is the thing, though. Like now with all the AI tools, there's a tool called Bolt.new, and then the GPT engineer in Bolt.new. You can literally type out make a clone of YouTube, and then it'll build out the UI. Perhaps on like the back end and servers and all that kind of stuff, you'd have to configure that and export the code and re-import it like into like I don't know whatever programs are used. But
it does that
these days. But like it's amazing. Like anything is possible if you can see it in your mind. You can create it. The only thing is time. We only have like 24 hours in a day. 8 of those hours we are sleeping, and maybe like 10 of those hours we are like fully focused. You know, the rest of the time just kind of dwindles away.
But even in the 10, you must likely be even productive in like 3 hours of the 10.
No, I'm super productive for like at least 10 hours a day. Yeah.
So how do you do that?
Honestly, I think from all, there are a couple different like takes on this. In the past, I've been sober for 3 years now, but I was pretty much just abusing the shit out of Ritalin, which is a stimulant at the end of the day, for about 2.5 years. And I was on a very heavy dose, and I think that it forever like changed my mind, to be honest. So yeah, it feels like I don't have like an off switch, but also looking back, you know, I feel like I've always been kind of like that, like super hyper focused. And then maybe like people would say like I have Asperger's or autism or whatever. Maybe there's a little bit of that, a little bit
sprinkle somewhere there.
Sorry?
I'm not saying there can be a little bit sprinkled there, but that doesn't matter. I don't think that matters because. Look at the work,
could
King.
Be a factor.
Yeah, it could be a factor, but for me, just look at your work, King.
Thank you, bro.
When I look at what you're able to achieve, despite the setbacks, you know what I'm saying? The fact that we openly having this discussion today, yo, man, you my hero, dog, like proper. And then I see the work.
Thank you so much.
It just really reminds you, and that's why the show is important, man. I think and we live in Cape Town, South
best
Africa,
city in the world.
Yeah, the best city in the world. But there's
best
also
city in the world by far.
By far, but we also have a big issue with drugs in the city. You know,
it's true.
We have the youth, and for me, it's just you are really an example of the fact that you can bounce back, dog.
It's just like that Big Sean song.
Yeah.
But you know, like, what I want to say, like, to everyone who's like currently like using a drug, you know, always like struggling with addiction or anything, just know, you know, if you want to feel lifted, like there are certain things that are addictive that I don't view as that bad. Like 2 things: coffee and cigarettes. Cigarettes super bad for your health in the long run. But like I can have 1 cigarette now, I'll feel good. I have 2 cigarettes now, I'll feel good. I have 10 cigarettes, I'll feel sick. The same thing applies to coffee. You have 1 cup of coffee now, you feel good. Have 2 cups of coffee, you feel okay. And it's like, whoa, I just had 2 cups of coffee. You have 6, 7 cups of coffee, and you'll feel sick.
Yeah.
This doesn't apply to like a drug, like typical drugs, you know. You take some pill or something, one pill, you feel amazing. You take 2, you feel on top of the world. You take 5, you feel unstoppable. You take 6, and then you die.
Yeah.
You know? This is the reality of it. And like the ultimate high is gratitude. Like the more you're grateful for, and like just think of someone you love. You know, think of your mom, your dad, your sister, girlfriend, boyfriend, like anyone who like truly matters to you.
Nice, man.
You know, like that feeling when you can just say like, you know, I'm grateful that this person exists. There's no better feeling. There is no better feeling. Like I literally get goosebumps right now just thinking about it.
Oh wow, man.
You know?
You know, like you're blessed, man. Like you're just like so blessed, man. And tell me, and right now, 2025, how's that been so far?
You're so busy.
Busy is good.
I think it's very good, yeah.
Yeah, busy is always a good thing to be busy.
I mean, it's been amazing. I mean, look right now, with you and Mwamba and everyone here, you know, doing this podcast.
Yeah, man.
A lot of fun.
And just taking some time out from your crazy schedule.
Yeah, like a few hours. But yeah, when I get back, sheesh, gotta get those 2 shots done.
Oh, it's that.
But yeah, you know, we gotta do what we gotta do. And I
Yeah,
think
man.
If you're motivated by creating something that motivates, then it's like a perpetual cycle of motivation.
So the more you create, the more motivation.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, more motivation.
What you listen to these days?
Can I?
Yeah, sure. No, do your thing. Do your thing.
So this is like the kind of pancake in the sky.
So is that why you like to work on music videos? Is that why you love the music videos?
I love music.
And how was it working on Enemies?
That was a lot of fun. There were a lot of technical challenges there. I think creating a 3D clone of Baby Days, that was...
Wait, was there a 3D clone of Baby Dad?
Yeah, right in the intro with him falling through the cloud.
Oh yes,
clouds, that was all 3D. Yeah.
Wow.
So that was a lot of fun.
Wow, man. Wow, that's I mean that song is hard. Enemies is hard.
I've actually got Royd on the phone, like calling now.
Nah, check the call. Just tell him where you're at, man. Tell him where you're at.
Oh, where am I, Whiskey? I'm doing fantastic.
Uncle Dyce Creative Lens.
Doing wait. Where? Yeah.
My man.
We got Mr. Word in the building. Just doing an interview thing quickly.
You're shooting something, right?
Yeah, with the legend. I'm gonna get back to those shots just now. It's gonna be magical.
What it do?
That set looks amazing. Okay, I can't really show the camera this, but let me tell everyone, this next video, the Master Royd is directing. Like it's probably gonna be the best video.
I saw him in the desert. I saw him in the desert.
For the next 200, 300
with Joe
years.
Boy. I saw him with Joe Boy, and I was like, he must be cooking something mad.
Yes.
Just on the show,
Crazy.
what just happened? Royd called. The universe is good, man. No,
very good.
we can never lose now.
So just going back to the question, like the type of music.
Yeah.
Like, let me show you some bombs. I think you know what would be fantastic. I just want to stand for a bit. Do you think I can stand?
No, stand.
'Cause I'm
Man,
usually like a stand
man,
and
the
talking
mic can be
person.
moved, man. Put the chair on the side,
know.
dog. This is Creative Lens.
This is actually perfect. It kind of like balances out.
It's Creative Lens. It's unscripted.
But like this kind of a where is it? I think.
Share that with me, please. I love that. Do you still go out dancing?
I have not been. Holy shit! Sorry. Let me just
No worries.
It has been a minute, but you know, music festivals I love. See, I just have. I'm taking quite a long break from music festivals.
Yeah.
Just because I love it. I love the energy and the vibes. But it's a well-known fact. Like you go to a music festival,
Yeah, exactly.
MDMA, acid.
Yeah, exactly
I'm
that.
like, no,
So
thank
stay
you
away.
very much.
So yeah, so you're
Stay away
right.
for now, but it's beautiful. You know, music festivals are amazing. You feel the collective energy.
Yeah,
of the whole
it's
crowd,
love.
everyone. Yeah.
Nah, man. But I think I mean I guess until then, what you can do is just recreate crowds through VFX, right?
That's literally like, you know, maybe I shouldn't speak too much about.
Nah, I mean, hey, man. That's you know what I always say. I always say like, you might as well channel the energy differently, and I don't believe.
100%, yeah.
Yeah, I don't believe it's like a loss to anything. Like you said, it's you just pivoting and things are just changing, and that is growth, right? Yeah, the festivals, all those things, but look at the body of work that you just put out, man. Oh man, I love that, man. And tell me, and in closing, what would you like to leave us with? What would you like to leave and share? Interesting one, yeah?
Yeah. I think that whatever it is that you're put on this earth to do, you already know what that is. Have zero doubt. Have zero doubt, but at the same time listen to people. You know? Like the ego and like the self. Like they're two different. Like if I say like I am this person, like my name is Ruben. You know, if I say I am Ruben, then I'm already limiting myself to the personal construct that I've created of Ruben. If I say I this may sound a bit trippy, but it's like if I say I am everyone, you know, if you say if everyone just kind of sees through like projecting their internal lens of reality onto the external, and absorbing it like back. Same. I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
You know, it's like we're all one. So, just like open your heart to like till
Lead with love.
Till you see like way the the energy that you can give off just from your feelings. Like right now, you know, like I can just go. You know, and it will be felt. Like whatever you want, you already have it.
Oh man, no man, that's beautiful, man. And you know, from Creative Lens, man, I just want to leave you with some love, man, and just say, man, thank you for just blessing us with your energy and vibe. You definitely are an important part of what's going on in the culture. You're part of the culture.
Thank you.
You are part of it, and don't ever forget that. You know, I always say this to the folks, and I'll say this to you today. The bird on the tree is not afraid of the branch breaking because it believes in its wings.
Yeah, 100%.
Don't forget your wings. You can fly. And you've been flying so high, and the work just really speaks for itself. Keep going. Keep steadfast. You got this. And we love you. I love you. And thank you for being the amazing person you are. And that's, yeah, man. And that's us from Creative Lens. Until then, I'm Uncle Dyce and
Lumeo.
we out. Peace.